guys, karibuni sana kwa show. Ushaijuliza mbona wasi usema old is gold? We got to meet one of the classic cars enthusiasts. Mwenye uchukua hizi gari za kitambo zenye mnaochingi kwa movie, kwa hizi old school songs, anazichukua from scratch, anazitengeneza na zinakuwa gari zingine moto sana. We got a chance to interview him na tuka get chance pia kuinterview mwingine mwenye alikuwa amebuy hizi gari na ataweza kutuambia why do some people prefer this classic cars kuliko hizi za modern cars. So karibuni sana kwa show. Walk with me as we take you through their interview. Thank you. So guys, I had mentioned before we are the Classic Chasers yard Nyeri, na tuko na mwenyewe hapa atajiintroduce and tell us more about himself. Karibu sana. Kwa majina unaitwa nani?
Mimi naitwa Murage.
Yes.
Mimi ni mkazi wa hapa Nyeri. Na I collect old cars and that's what I do as a passion, turned out like a business.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you start this business?
Well, it dates back in 2014.
Okay.
Like when is the first time I ever bought my first old car.
Oh.
And when I was using it is when like guys were appreciating it and can you sell it? And I'm like sure, if like I can get a certain offer. I was like let me give it a shot. Like I offloaded a car and I made a shilling and I was like I can turn out my hobby to a biashara.
Okay, what was your first car? That car that people saw and people were like, hey manze, this is crazy.
No, it was people's car. People's car is a Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh.
So I ever bought it at 35,000 and I ended up selling it at around 120.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So where do you get the sources, your sources from? You know, the cars and the spare parts?
Okay. For sourcing old cars, you have to have a good network for sure, because it's not something that you always go find in a garage. So majority of these cars are cars that were being used back then. So majority of them are like at people's homesteads. They are rusting away right there. So you have to have a good network.
Yes.
So old guys, mechanics, maybe those people who like smamisha you and they're like nice car, kwetu kuna gari kama hii. So you have to have a good network.
Yes.
So networking is the key to get them.
Okay.
So and for parts, I'm not the only like enthusiast who likes old cars. So we have groups, WhatsApp groups, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. So we can network and maybe we share like details of a car that is being chopped off for parts. So and so is looking for these, I'm looking for these.
Yes.
That's how we get the parts. But still there are shops like Impala, Coauto in Nairobi. They do like parts for old cars.
Okay. All right. So there is this wave of, you know, people starting to buy old cars. We can see them everywhere, especially over the weekends. So what's the demand for your cars, or you know, the cars that you make? Do you have like a high demand for them? Hey Nyeri.
Unfortunately, nobody likes them in Nyeri. So majority of people will appreciate them being on the road. But among all my clients, I've never sold anything in Nyeri.
Okay.
So majority of many guys see them as beautiful cars, but they always see them as problematic cars. So they want reliability with them.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what would you advise maybe that person who maybe sees this car and wonders, what is this car for? Because we can see that most people nowadays want modern cars. So what would you tell people about the advantages of these old school cars?
Well, driving old cars is therapeutic.
Yes.
I personally prefer like driving an old car from like right here to an unknown destination.
Yes.
So driving it all the way like from here to Nanyuki and back is always therapeutic.
Wow.
So when you can enjoy the scenery, how it cruises, like people appreciate you out there, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So behind me I can see an old school car.
Yeah.
Hope you guys, my audience, can see. So what make of which make is it, and from which year?
These are 72 Jaguar.
Yes.
It's called an XJ6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So how long will it take to like renovate it? If you were to start renovating it, how long will it take you to make it, you know, to its original state?
Personally, I might say that I don't do restorations, like 100% restorations, because it's a bit expensive.
Yes.
That's one thing for sure. So having to do a full restoration would mean like I have to remove this grill and replace it with the one that doesn't have like these loose ends and missing bits. So I have to order these.
Yes.
So when you try and order these, parts are available.
Yes.
But they're quite expensive, and shipping
Yes.
makes it the price unbearable.
Okay.
So what we do over here is for the love of all cars. So we make them like roadworthy. So I can run it from point A to B comfortably. Like I can live here in Nyeri to go to Nairobi and back comfortably.
Okay. Yes.
And so for this instant of this Jaguar, so it doesn't need a lot of works. It needs a few bits only. Actually, the engine is missing, but it's available. It just needs to be put back and a few bits of wiring, and we're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So kuna gari ushaibai then ikakosa market?
Well, I would say no, because I think once you're in this trade,
Yes.
you got to know what is good for the market.
Yes.
So for instance, these are Land Rover. So these are 1954 Land Rover.
Yes.
So these are collector's item worldwide.
Oh, wow.
So as soon as I'm done with this, I can bet with you, like, I don't know how much, 2 weeks, it's gonna be gone.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So the same Land Rover, there's this one is called a Series 1. So there's a Series 3. So it's still as short as this. This is called an 86. 1954 86 Series 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So for instance, I buy a Land Rover Series 3. That one it's around 80s Land Rover.
Yes.
So I can bet on that this one will sell faster than that one. Okay. So what I do, I just have to know what is good for the market.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So personally, as soon as I'm good with that, I choose what is good for me, and this one is a no. So for instance, you're selling me this car, I'll tell you this one I don't want, but I want this.
Yeah.
Because I know market-wise, this one is much more
Yes. The
profitable, demand is high,
Yes.
and still it's quite hard to come by.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So what depicts the market is how rare the car is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And guys, I can assure you that this is pure metal. So is there?
It's aluminium.
It's aluminium.
Yes.
Oh wow,
Don't rust
it's really really like hard this side.
Yeah, it's aluminium. It's purely aluminium.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why it's shining like.
Oh, all right. So which is the car? Which car did you sell? And you felt ukaifeel kabisa.
Well, I once owned a Goddess. So a Goddess is one of the world's most beautiful car. It's called a Citroen Ds 21. So I don't know if you ever met one like that. So it's a car that when you switch it off, like it kind of hides its like rear wheels.
Wow.
So and the front wheels as well. So it lays like on the ground. It's called as a chura.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And then how much did you sell it for?
Well, it wasn't in a very bad state, because the previous owner actually he only disposed it off to it used to give him memories of him with his siblings or something. I think it was siblings or something. No, the late wife or something.
Yeah.
They had quite a lot of memories. So the moment he would always wake up and see it over there, it was like kind of torturing him. So and like I was always trying to buy it, but he was like no. Then one day he told me come and like take it away. So I bought it for 100, 200.
Yes.
So and he sold it at 800.
Oh, wow, that's a big profit.
Yeah.
So if you were to be asked to quit your job today and maybe get another job, would you?
Currently, I don't do anything else. So all cars put food to the table for me.
Okay.
So and I'm comfortable with this because I'm flexible, and I will get to move around as well.
Yes.
I enjoy traveling. Wow. So if like I have to go to Baringo to see an old car, I will get to travel and enjoy what I do.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm good with this.
Oh, right.
Yep.
So what are your future plans for your business?
Well, maybe someday I hope to have a fully fledged garage because this is much more of like a home garage.
Yes.
So I don't do like paint work, like a body shop. I only do mechanical from here.
Yes.
Then I have a body work guy who does it from another garage elsewhere.
Yes.
So maybe in my near future I would want to have my own full garage, and maybe at the same time like maybe add even much more modern cars.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Because every time I do a paint job and everybody's like, where did you do your paint job? So it's like they're also interested. So you have to just, and at the end of the day you refer them to the person who did it to you.
Yeah, sure.
So business wise I kind of lose that. If it was me I would have benefited from that. Yep.
Okay. So there are people out there who would like maybe to start such a business or would like to own classic cars. What would you like to tell them?
Well, first thing, you have to have a passion yourself.
Yes.
And you don't have to give up on them because they can be quite a menace if you don't know them in and out.
Yes.
So you live with it over here, and by the time you're on the main road, it has gone off and you don't know what to do. So you'll start up calling. So you have to understand them, and you have to do things yourself. Like for instance, if it breaks down, you know what to do.
Yes.
Before you maybe call some help.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's true.
So first thing I would say is like you have to have a passion for them before even owning one.
Yes.
Because for instance, I have friends who've bought old cars only for them to like let go of them. Exactly. Because they don't have that patience with them.
Yes.
They need patience. Yep.
All right. So Ken, you can see a unique massive car behind us here. Could you tell us something little about the car?
Well, this is called a GMC.
Yes.
It's called a High Sierra. This is an American car.
Wow.
So all American cars are quite this big.
Yes.
So this one I bought it back in when COVID came.
2020.
Yes, actually this is my COVID project.
Oh, wow.
So I've been working it from during the COVID period. So this car used to belong to a boss of the cops back then.
Yes.
So I bought it in Odaya. So it was the cop used to work in Odaya back in the days. So until he sold it to somebody who sold it to somebody. Yeah, exactly. That's how I kind of got it. So, but I started buying it in 2014. This was actually my second car that I ever saw.
Okay.
So at that time, nobody was willing, the owner wasn't willing to let go.
Yes.
So I bought it when Matiangi said that any cars that were in police stations, you should dispose them off, blah blah. That's how I got it, because he had to go pick it up.
Okay.
So what had happened to it is during Kibaki's, there was a time there was Mungiki menace and all that. So this car was along the town. So, and there was like fracasses, and they had to pull it on the road.
Yes.
So, and it was acting like a barricade.
Oh, okay.
So after that time, so it was towed to the police. So after the menace was stopped by the police, so the owner just left it there.
Oh, okay.
So it kind of rusted away, but then years later I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
So maybe I don't know if you'd be comfortable to share this, but approximately how much did you buy it for? And if, for example, right now if you had to sell it after it's done, how much would you sell it for?
So, well, I kind of bought it at around, I think it was 100K.
Yeah.
So, and as we talk, you won't believe it. As we talk, plus the buying right now, I've spent 450.
Yes.
As we talk, and
okay.
it's not yet like ready on the road, but it moves.
Okay.
Yep.
So if it's like completely done, how much would you sell it for?
Well,
approximately.
Coincidentally, I've never thought about selling it.
Okay.
So growing up while I was a child,
yes.
I used to dream of owning a Chuck Norris truck.
Oh, wow, yes.
So he used to have something like this.
Yes,
so with some lights at the roof.
Yes.
I already even got some lights for it.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not gonna sell it. So I've never thought about selling. So basically, if it would mean to sell it, we see it's not something less than what I've spent.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
All right. So how many cc does it have?
It's a 5,400 cc.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Though it's diesel, but I've swapped the engine. But originally, as you can see from here, it's a 6.2 liter diesel.
Yes.
So it's a V8.
Okay.
It originally came with a V8 engine, a diesel engine.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So people would like to follow you on your social media handles. Would you share to our audience where they would get you?
Well, I'm not keen on my IG, but I use a page, a group on Facebook.
Yes.
So I use Facebook as Kenzie Murage, and we have a group. It's called Classic Chasers.
Okay.
So it's an open forum for everybody who's interested in old cars.
Yes.
So if you're probably having something you kind of selling, you kind of just post in the group for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's true. Thank you so much, Ken, for your time.
Sure.
As they say, old is gold, and as you have heard Ken saying that we have classic cars, and they're actually therapeutic to drive. So please make sure that you have visited his yard so that you can get more information about what he does, and also get more information about the old school cars. So thank you so much for your time. Okay.